Hello friends, this is my 23rd lecture in Signal System series. My name is Nishtha Verma. The topic I'm going to cover in this lecture will be first comparison of Laplace transform and Fourier transform, concept of ROC, that is region of convergence, stability and causality of Laplace transform, an example where Laplace transform exists but Fourier transform doesn't exist. So first topic is comparison of Laplace transform and Fourier transform. We will see the formula of Fourier transform and Laplace transform I have written over here. So in Fourier transform, the value of S is equal to j omega only, whereas the Laplace transform, the value of S is equal to sigma plus j omega. So just because of adding sigma value in S makes Laplace transform much better as compared to Fourier transform. Because of that reason, there are many functions in which we can't find Fourier transform, but Laplace transform can be easily found in those cases. So Laplace was the scientist who said that if S is generalized as sigma plus j omega instead of omega only, then the convergence of Fourier transform and the analysis of linear system become greatly relaxed, and Laplace transform will be helpful for the condition where Fourier transform fails. In short, Laplace said that just because of adding sigma value in S, it makes the function easy to find the Laplace transform, which was not possible in case of Fourier transform. Second thing is Laplace transform is only for continuous time signal, whereas we remember that Fourier transform is for continuous as well as for discrete time signal. Now second is concept of ROC. ROC is also called as region of convergence. Region of convergence means where the value exists. If we have to find the Laplace transform ROC, it means what are the areas where our region of convergence means what are the areas where our Laplace transform is going to exist. In Fourier transform, we know that before finding the Fourier transform, we always used to check the Dirichlet condition. If the Dirichlet condition was satisfied, then only we were finding the Fourier transform. So that's why we can say that in Fourier transform, because S was equal to j omega only, so we can say that there was only one single degree of freedom, that is omega. J omega is a imaginary axis, whereas in case of Laplace transform, there are regions where it exists and there are also few regions where it doesn't exist. That's why Laplace transform, because Laplace transform is equal to S plus sigma plus j omega, so that's why we can say that Laplace transform have 2 degree of freedom, that is sigma plus omega. Now two questions I have taken to find the, first of all we will try to find the Laplace transform, then we will compare the ROC of these two functions. Suppose this function is x1t and this function is x2t. So for first function, the x1s will be equal to, we know that ut is there, so limit will be from 0 to infinity e minus at e minus st dt. So it will become 0 to infinity e to the power minus s plus a t dt. So when we take the integration, we will get e to the power minus s plus a t upon minus s plus a, 0 to infinity. So we will get minus s plus a, so 0 minus 1, that is equal to 1 upon s plus a. In the same way, we will try to find the Laplace transform for the x2s function. X2s function, we will see that because u minus t is there, so limit will be from minus infinity to 0. Minus will come here, e minus at e minus st dt. So in this case, we should remember that we are not going to take minus common. We will take it as it is, minus a t dt. So when we integrate it, we will get e minus s minus a t minus s minus a. Limit will be from minus infinity to 0. Minus will come over here. So when we take it outside, we will get minus s minus a, and it will be 1 minus 0. So it will be 1 upon s plus a. So we can see that in both the cases, the value of Laplace transform is same. But here our region of convergence will be different. How it will be different? ROC for e minus at ut. We know that the Laplace transform we got s plus a only. So because ut is there, so we can say that s plus a will be greater than 0. So we can also say that s will be greater than minus a. So when we try to plot the ROC of this function, suppose minus a is over here. This is our j omega axis, that is imaginary axis. This is our sigma. So when we plot the parallel line, we can say that just because of s is greater than minus a, the ROC is going to be like this. ROC, region of convergence. So Laplace transform with this function will exist from minus a to infinity only. So but for ROC of minus e a t u minus t, here we found that the Laplace transform is same s plus a, but because u minus t is there, so that's why it will become s plus a will be less than 0, or you can say s is less than minus a. So when we try to find the ROC of this function, minus a will come over here because s is less than minus a. So ROC will be at the left side, that is from minus infinity to up to minus a only. So we can see that just if we see only the value of Laplace transform, the Laplace transform for both the function is same, but the ROCs are entirely different. ROC means where the Laplace transform will exist. So in this case, Laplace transform will exist at the left side, whereas here the Laplace transform will exist for the right side. So that's why in Laplace transform it is very important to mention the ROC, that is region of convergence. Now stability and causality of Laplace transform using ROC. How you will find that the particular system is stable or which system is causal. So condition for stability is, for the system to be stable, ROC should include j omega x's. You can see over here, because in this ROC the j omega axis is included, so we can say that this function is stable system. But here you can see that j omega axis, this is our j omega axis, this is sigma omega axis. In ROC j omega axis is not included, so this is not a stable system. Now causality, for causal system to be causal, ROC should be right sided sequence. Here you can see that it is a right sided sequence because ROC is going to cover from minus a to infinity. So this is a causal as well as stable system. But here we can see that this ROC is including left sided, this is left sided sequence. So this is neither stable neither causal system. Now example where Laplace transform exists but Fourier transform doesn't exist. If you remember, the Fourier transform of ut function was 1 by j omega plus pi delta omega. We know that in Fourier transform s is equal to j omega, whereas the Laplace transform of ut is nothing but 1 by s, where s is equal to sigma plus j omega. So we can see that just because of adding sigma value in s, we are able to find the Laplace transform directly. But in case of Fourier transform, directly finding Fourier transform was not possible. That's why we had taken the help of delta function. So why this happens? Because if we try to plot the ROC for this function, for ut function, we will see that this is j omega axis, this is sigma. So when s is greater than 0, then only the system will be stable. So when we plot it, we can see that the ROC will be right-sided sequence. So now here the question comes whether the j omega x's will be included or not, because s is equal to j omega. So ROC says that j omega should be greater than 0, means we are not going to include. If we put j omega, s is equal to j omega, then it will become infinite function. So when we put this value, so that's why j omega x's will not be included in ROC of unit step function. So we can also say that unit step function is not a stable function, because in its ROC j omega x's is not included, though it is a causal, but it is not stable. That's why, because unit step function is not stable function, that's why we were taking help of delta function to find the Fourier transform, whereas the Laplace transform of ut function can be found just because we have added sigma to the function with s. So it is easy to find the Laplace transform of the functions in which the Fourier transform was not able to find it easily. In next lecture, we will see the few numericals of Laplace transform and how the values changes the ROC. If you like my video, subscribe my channel. Thank you.